Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I want to share with you a blitz game which was played at the ongoing 2019 Tata Steel Rapid and Blitz, with the white pieces playing Russian chess grandmaster Jan Nepomniachtchi, and the reigning world chess champion Magnus Carlsen is on the black side. This game was played in round 15 and Nepomniachtchi opened up with e4, to which Carlsen responded with Scandinavian defense. I guess you know the story that when facing Scandinavian defense in a game against William Addison, that was a game played in 1970 at Palma de Mallorca Interzonal, a smile appeared on Bobby Fischer's face, but this time it's the reigning world chess champion Magnus Carlsen who is playing this rare opening. As you know, this can be rarely seen at the highest level. If you are following Carlsen's streams, then definitely you have seen that Carlsen is playing this opening extensively, but playing Scandinavian against such a strong player at such a high level tournament is something which you can see very rare. Here Nepomniachtchi played e takes d5 and queen takes d5 by Carlsen. Knight c3 and queen d6. Of course, black has several other choices as well. Queen e6 is also playable, but in our game we have queen d6, d4, knight f6, knight f3, c6, bishop c4, bishop g4. Black is first developing his light squared bishop and only then will go for e6. Bishop e6 is on the board, h3, bishop h5 and g4. Nepomniachtchi is playing aggressively and he wants to crush his opponent as quick as possible, but when you are playing against the world chess champion, that's something very difficult. And it was in here that Nepomniachtchi actually made a dubious move and decided to go for a pawn sacrifice, which Carlsen cold-heartedly munched. There it goes, queen takes e5 is on the board, and it's not quite clear where is white's compensation. Of course, white has already advanced on the king side, is ready to launch his attack once black castles king side, but it turns out that that's not an easy task. Rook f1, the threat is f5, but not with the idea of trapping the bishop. For example, if you go for castling king side now, then white can go for f5. If it takes f5, then bishop f4, and black is losing a piece. That's why in our game after rook f1, Carlsen played b5, advanced on the queen side, and at the same time freed this b7 square for his queen. Knight a4, and only now we have castling king side. And now if you play f5, then in the end of the day, there's this free square for the queen from where the queen is protecting the bishop. That's why after castling king side, we have h4. Nepomniachtchi proceeds with his attack. Meanwhile, we have bishop e4. Black can put his bishop on d5 and get a nice outpost. Knight d5. Meanwhile, the d5 square is occupying the knight. Bishop d4, bishop f5, h5, which is losing on the spot. Well, in here at least it was better to play bishop e5, but after bishop f5, Nepomniachtchi played h5 and Carlsen simply munched the pawn on f4. Another very strange decision by Nepomniachtchi. After queen e3 this time, the pawn on g5 drops and white's position is totally losing. I'm not sure what was in Nepomniachtchi's mind when he made that move. Rook d8, bishop e5. Of course in here white could already resign, but we have some more moves. Knight d5 counter-attacking white queen, queen d4, queen e7, bishop takes g7, but of course this is not making a sense. Black's position is totally winning. Now the threat is knight c3 check. h6 was played and knight c3 check. This time Nepomniachtchi lost his queen, and after rook takes d4, bishop f6, he resigned. Well, this is how it goes, guys. Once again, Magnus Carlsen demonstrated his high class and showed that he can even beat his strong opponents by going for Scandinavian defense. In the end, a chess puzzle for you, which can sharpen your calculating skills. The task is to find the mating line for white. Actually, there is a mate in 6 and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.